Talkcode Audio 457. 457 is the episode number, and it's Bernie Goldbach connected to you using Spreaker Studio, a special audio clip for Eileen Smith, because Eileen was asking, what kind of microphones do you use? And she threw that out to thousands of her minions, and I'm responding from Ireland. I'm using a Zoom H6 field recorder. I'm talking to you on a T-Bone mic. It's a T-Bone SC450. The Zoom H6 has a few other mics hooked up to it, including a Shure SM58 on input number 2, and Eileen's favorite, the USB ATR 2100 on input number 4. At the top of the Zoom H6, I have an XY mic, the XYH6. So this is my T-Bone mic. It's mounted on a platform on a stand, a desk stand. Desk stand seems to pick up noise. Like you sometimes hear me tapping, and sometimes the tapping noise gets picked up. It's mounted in a spider mic, and the cover art shows you this mic. Okay, now, just for comparison, I'm going to bring down that volume level and bring up the Shure. This is a Shure SM58. I like it a lot. It's durable. My students, teenagers in the youth media team, have used the Shure SM58s. Waterproof, baby. Drop proof. No pop filter required. I'm actually licking while I'm touching the mic itself with my lips. I'm really close. And according to the indicators on the devices I'm using, the SM58 on Spreaker Studio and on the H6, it's not overboosting at all. We'll find out. I cranked up the volume. I brought it up to 6 right now. Spreaker gives me some small reds, although the H6 isn't showing reds. Okay, now, next mic will be Eileen's. It's the ATR 2100. I'll bring down the Shure. Picking up the ATR 2100. It's pretty clever, and it has an on-off switch, so I'll turn it off. I was still talking for a while there. I turned it on, and it's showing yellow and red on the H6, and green and yellow, and a little bit of red, so it's over boosting right now. Probably needs a pop filter. Okay, so that was the ATR 2100. Once again, it's lined in to the Zoom H6. And the Zoom H6 is lined out to the bottom of my Samsung Galaxy Note 9. Okay, the special tip is I'm using the Rode Micon 2 adapter, a line. It just connects in a hole, a 3.5 millimeter jack at the bottom of the Zoom H6. The cable, the Micon 2 from Rode, connects into the bottom of the Note 9, a small 3.5. Okay, now, I'm going to turn off this ATR 2100 and turn on the Zoom XY mic. Right, the Zoom XY mic is pointed away from me right now, and to get it, I'll have to move the setup. So I'm moving it closer to myself right now. And I can see, looking at the Spreaker Studio, that it's greens and yellows, which is good. I'm not getting blinking lights on the H6, which would mean I'm overboosting. So I'm cranking up the output level now and trying to see, can the gain increase so much so that it causes red dots to show up on the Spreaker app, and it is getting pulsating reds occasionally. All right, I'll go back to my big desktop mic here in a moment. And that's where I am right now. I had a little bit of the XY talking to me at the same time as the desktop one. I'm full on 10 on the desktop, and it's blinking a little red, which means I'm overboosting. Back it off. All right, cover art will show the core of this thing isn't actually the field recorder, because anybody can get a field recorder. It doesn't have to be a Zoom H6. But the hidden trick on all this is the Rode Micon 2 3.5 millimeter pin stuck into the bottom of the H6. And that line, that Micon 2 line, goes into the bottom of the Note 9, and everything works. Why would you want to do this? Well, it's definitely the smallest field recorder I've ever had, and that's good, lightweight. Batteries are pretty decent, even when I'm powering the Phantom devices. Phantom Power is coming off 4 AA batteries. to give the big XLR mics their power. And the other handy thing is, I don't have to do anything in post on this. I could if I wanted to, but I can just publish this directly to Spreaker, Top Gold Audio Clips. It's an episode. It'll use the @Eileen in the heading, which should alert Eileen to look and see what the heck I've done with 4 mics. The T-Bone mic, the Shure SM58, the ATR 2100 USB, and the Zoom H6XY mic. I have a podcasting album over on Flickr, and I'll try to remember to put that URL in the show notes of this Top Gold Audio Clips. Thanks for listening. Now, head on over to Miss Eileen and get tips for audio production that you know you can use. Bye for now.